Imagine walking into a room full of strangers, unsure of how to connect, but knowing deep down that every interaction could lead to something significant, a friendship, a business opportunity, or simply a moment of shared understanding. The ability to make a powerful connection with someone in a matter of seconds may seem like a skill possessed only by the most charismatic or confident, but in truth, it's something anyone can learn. At the heart of this process is the understanding that human beings are wired for connection, and first impressions often shape the trajectory of relationships. The key is to approach these moments with intention, authenticity, and a few practical techniques that can turn any interaction into a meaningful connection. The moment you meet someone, before a single word is spoken, their brain is already making assessments based on what they see and feel. This is where the magic happens. A smile, eye contact, and body language all speak volumes, sending signals of trust, openness, and warmth. These nonverbal cues, often overlooked, create a sense of comfort and rapport in those first critical seconds. The person across from you, even if they're a complete stranger, begins to feel more at ease, and that invisible barrier between two people starts to melt away. The first step to making someone like you isn't about what you say, it's about how you present yourself, how you make them feel safe in your presence. Once you've set the stage with positive body language, the next step is to engage with genuine curiosity and interest. People are drawn to those who show a real desire to understand them, and the quickest way to demonstrate that interest is by asking open-ended questions that invite them to share their thoughts, experiences, and feelings. When you allow others to talk about themselves, especially in those initial moments, they feel valued and heard. This is where true connection begins, not by impressing others with your own stories, but by giving them the space to share theirs. Engaging deeply and listening carefully builds the kind of connection that goes beyond surface-level small talk. In these moments, trust is quietly established. When people feel understood and appreciated, they naturally begin to like you, often without realizing exactly why. The secret lies in focusing on them, making them feel important, and communicating in a way that aligns with their own emotional state. This creates an instant bond, one that has the potential to turn fleeting interactions into lasting relationships. Once the initial connection is made through body language and genuine interest, the conversation begins to deepen, and this is where the art of matching and mirroring comes into play. Subconsciously, people are drawn to those who reflect their own behaviors and attitudes. This isn't about copying someone in an obvious or artificial way but rather syncing with their rhythm and energy. If the person speaks slowly and calmly, adjust your own speech to match their pace. If they use expressive hand gestures or maintain a relaxed posture, subtly mirror those cues. By aligning yourself with the other person's body language, tone, and pace of speech, you create a sense of familiarity, and they begin to feel as though you are like them. This mirroring technique works because humans instinctively trust those who seem similar to them. It's not about manipulation, it's about building rapport on a subconscious level. When you're in sync with someone's style of communication, they feel more comfortable and open. As the conversation flows, you can use this connection to guide the interaction, leading to a more meaningful exchange. The real key here is to stay authentic. The goal is not to force a connection but to allow one to happen naturally by being present, observant, and adaptable. As you engage more with the other person, another important element comes into play, understanding their sensory preferences. People process the world primarily through one of three channels: visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. Visual people respond well to imagery and descriptions that paint a picture in their minds. Auditory individuals pay attention to the tone of your voice and the words you use. Kinesthetic people are driven by how things feel, both emotionally and physically. By paying attention to the language and cues the other person uses, you can quickly determine their primary sensory preference and adjust your communication style to match. This subtle shift makes them feel understood on a deeper level, as though you're speaking their language, even if you're not explicitly aware of doing so. This ability to tune into someone's preferred way of communicating strengthens the bond and allows you to connect with them in a way that feels natural and effortless. When people feel understood in the way they process the world, they're much more likely to open up and trust you, deepening the connection even further. At this point, you've moved beyond surface-level interaction into a space where true rapport and understanding begin to form, setting the stage for lasting relationships. As the conversation unfolds and rapport deepens, the final step in making people like you is all about building emotional connections and leaving a lasting impression. While mirroring body language and adjusting communication styles create comfort, it's the emotional connection that truly cements a bond. People remember how you make them feel far more than what you say. So, to create a lasting connection, it's crucial to evoke positive emotions during your interaction. Whether through shared laughter, empathy, or showing genuine enthusiasm for what they care about, positive emotions leave an indelible mark. One powerful way to foster this emotional connection is by finding common ground. Everyone enjoys connecting with others who share their interests, experiences, or values. It might be a shared hobby, a mutual friend, or even a common goal. When you discover these similarities, it acts as a bridge, bringing you closer together. The conversation flows more naturally, and the other person begins to feel a sense of kinship with you. It's not just about small talk anymore, it's about bonding over something that matters to both of you. This shared experience helps the other person feel more comfortable and connected, increasing the likelihood that they'll remember and think positively of you in the future. Equally important is how you close the interaction. The final moments of any conversation leave the most lasting impression. Ending on a high note by expressing appreciation, offering a genuine compliment, or sharing an uplifting thought can elevate the entire experience. People naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel good about themselves, and when you leave them with a sense of upliftment, they are more likely to think fondly of you afterward. Remember, these moments don't have to be grand gestures. Often, a simple, heartfelt acknowledgement can have a profound impact. When you've connected with someone in this way, making them feel seen, heard, and valued, the interaction becomes more than just a fleeting encounter. It transforms into a moment that sticks in their memory, shaping their perception of you. Whether it's for a business relationship, a friendship, or just a passing interaction, the impression you leave will influence how they view you moving forward. By mastering the art of creating meaningful, genuine connections in just a few minutes, you open the door to a world of possibilities, where people not only like you but remember you, trust you, and want to keep the connection alive.